Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Gems and Jewels. If you're new here, welcome to this channel. Please subscribe, like, and share if you like this project. Please also hit the bell for new videos to stay updated on DIY projects. Today I would like to share with you how I made this pedestal. I'm going to make another one out of foam, styrofoam, and mini forks and spoons from the Dollar Tree. If you're interested, please stay tuned. If you're one of my regular viewers, thank you so much for your loyalty. Let's get started. So all the supplies are in the description box and will vary pending the size of the styrofoam that you use. So the first thing you want to do is take the long piece of foam and you want to hot glue tin foil around all of it. Then you want to take the mini fork, spoon, whichever you use. In this case, I use both. Snip the heads off of them. And of course, you're going to match them up depending on where you're at the project. You might have to cut it a little bit shorter. Now here you can see what I'm talking about with alternating longer and then shorter and so on and so forth. And basically to achieve this look, what you want to do is for the flat part or the handle, you want to bud those up next to each other. And once you get to like this shot specifically has the longer pieces or where you cut the heads off, and you're going to put the longer piece with the longer piece, the handle with the handle, and you're going to continue to alternate, and that's how you're going to achieve this look. So basically, once you get these on here, just follow what you've already done, and that will guide you through the entirety of the project. I did this on all sides, including the back. So once you have those hot glued on there, this is what it should look like. So out of the 3 pieces of styrofoam, I took the one and I just cut it in half. Make sure that it's equally distributed. And that's going to be the middle before your actual base, just for decorative purposes. All I did was use a knife and just cut it. It was very easy. I laid the tin foil on the floor, and then I took the foam, the styrofoam, placed it on there, bent it so I knew where to cut. I cut the sides, and then here this is just the top and the bottom, and I hot glued that on. And this is just so it wouldn't wrinkle so much. And you just want to trim off any excess or anything like that. And this is just a precautionary factor for when your spoons and your forks are glued on, you can't see the whites in the styrofoam. So that's what that looks like when that's done. Here I just trimmed off the little excess on the side. And then I took the other tin foil and hot glued those on the sides. And this is what it looked like when that was completed. And then I took diamond wrap, sized it, and hot glued it on all sides. I repeated the same steps for the base with the tin foil. This is what the top looks like. And then I moved on to my sides. So then I took the diamond wrap and I cut that to the size that I wanted, and I hot glued that on the top of my base. I lined my 2-inch mirrors how I needed to accordingly so they would have proper spacing. There is a slight overhang on either side, each side, to make it work. And when I was happy with their placement, I just hot glued them on all of the edges except for the back. So this is the bottom base, and I used 2 of the mirrors. So I placed them how I wanted them, and then I hot glued them on top. I also used the Gorilla Glue, and I used it for the mirrors as well as the middle part of the base. So here I'm just putting the Gorilla Glue on, and then I'm going to throw the middle part of the base on. And as you can see, part of this is on the mirrors, and it's going to be stacked. And for faster adhesive, I also used some of the hot glue over the Gorilla Glue. And then I just stacked it to how I wanted it to look. So then I took some Gorilla Glue and some hot glue, and I stuck it on the longer part of the styrofoam. And then I just placed it on my base and held it for a few minutes. I repeated the same exact steps for the top of the base. The only difference is I cut my diamond wrap so I could save on my product because I wasted a lot of it the first time. I cut 3 rolls and I put it on the top and the bottom. And then I took 3 mirrors and I used Gorilla Glue and hot glue and I glued them on, and there's a slight overhang just to make it all fit. So once I had the middle of my base glued on, it was time to do the top of the base. And I used the Gorilla Glue and the hot glue again, placed it how I wanted to, and just held it for a few minutes, and that was it. It was completed. I hope you enjoyed this project. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a fabulous week, and this is what it looks like.